Hey, everybody, we're going to redo this live. Sorry about that. Had a little audio program, so going to post another one out here for everybody. So you get the audio this time. Guess you're not pretty good at lip reading. So, guys, hey, welcome to the Thursday night broadcast, rebroadcast, a little delayed. Welcome everybody to the group that's new over the last week. We do these Facebook Lives every Thursday night. We also post content in the groups. Please interact, make comments, ask questions, give us a like. If you're watching this video, hit me up with the hashtag live or hashtag replay to let me know how you're watching it. So again, welcome everybody. Stay tuned to the end. We got some great information for you and some announcements. So as you noticed, we rebranded the group just to be a little fresher, cleaner look, and updated the name to something that's a little more fitting. So tonight we're going to talk about sequence of returns risk. Okay, sequence of returns risk is one of those risks that we talked about in the risk videos that we did, but I want to go a little bit deeper and hit on this again because it's probably one of the most important risks that you have to account for in your plan. If you do not have this accounted for in your plan, you don't have a plan. Okay, keep this in mind that your money acts different in retirement than it does in non-retirement when you're in accumulation phase. Okay, guys. So we're going to show some examples of that. And if you want to know more and get a little bit deeper with it, please feel free to let me know. Let me share my screen here. Let me share this one. Let's talk about some foundational stuff first before I get into the sequence of returns. Let me maximize this here a little bit to see this a little bit better. Here we go. So first, let's talk about what it takes to get back to even. You remember back in 2000, or maybe you don't, but in 2000, we had a 30% drop in the market. In 2008, we had a 50% drop in the market and some other blips along the way. Since 2000, between 2000 and now, was probably some of the more volatile times, and it's good examples to back test and whatnot when you're looking at plans. Okay, so it's been a roller coaster. So let's just take the 30%. So you had $100,000, you got a 30% loss, and you ended up with $70,000. What would it take to get you back to 100,000? It takes a 42% gain to get you back to $100,000. Well, when you're in retirement, how many of those cycles you got left of the bear markets? How long do you have to wait to get earned? You're not going to earn 42% in a year. It's going to take you a minute to get back. If you lost half your money, like it did in 2008, then you basically have to double your money, double your returns to get back up to that same value. Okay, well, when you're in retirement, you ain't got that kind of time to wait. Plus, it has a compounding effect because you're withdrawing money at the same time the markets went down. Just like there's compounding interest, there's a compounding negative effect when you're in retirement, markets going down, and you're withdrawing money at the same time. Okay, let me go into this next key part. You always hear about average rate of return on these commercials and what you see on the internet and what advisors are talking about is, well, we get an average rate of return of X. Well, I'm here to tell you that doesn't matter. It's not average rate of return, folks. It's the yield that you're getting. Okay. Average rate of returns is misleading and it's a way for them to kind of hook people in, right? You need to look at yields. Look at yields, not average rate of returns. All this, what I'm talking about here, sets up the sequence of returns risk. Okay. So let's look at a scenario here for easy math. Say you started with 500,000, you gained 50%, you ended up with 750,000. Well, the next year you go down 50%. Well, 50% of 750 is 375. So you're down quite a bit. Well, maybe the next year you didn't lose, you gained 30% and you're at 487. Well, just across those 3 years, you have a 10% average rate of return, but yet you're down from 500 where you started, right? You had a 10% average rate of return. Well, I don't want that average rate of return because I'm down money over 3 years, right? The yield is what you need to be looking at. Okay, that's key. Another key phrase that I want you to remember is losses hurt you more than gains help you in retirement. Again, your money acts different in retirement than it does in accumulation phase or when you're growing. Okay. That's why retirement planning is key. That's why you have to have the proper and right plan in place with all considering all the different factors. The people that concentrate, the advisors, one that concentrate on accumulation phases, that's great. They're needed, and that's what you grow your money. But that's just grow, 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 and you're continuing to put money in. You're riding out cycles. But when you're putting together a retirement plan, you need to have a drawdown strategy. You need to have accountability for all the different risks, six different risks phases of retirement. So, when we're working with clients, and we do work with young clients as well, we do the accumulation, but we have plans for the downside. I have a passion for the drawdown side, um, but we do help people grow as well. Now, when you're in retirement, doesn't mean your money doesn't grow. It does because you got to fight inflation. You want to try to grow your money as much as possible, but it needs to be segmented out into the right categories at the right times to protect yourself. Okay. So let's take a look at, let me minimize, actually, let me just pull this up. Let me maximize this a little bit so you guys can see it better. And I'll zoom in and out of this, but this is what sequence returns is. It's the order in which your returns come in when you're in retirement. Okay. You might refer back to when we talked about risk in retirement, the retirement peak, the mountain, and all that. Well, this is a great illustration of this and why it's so important. So on the column, left hand column, you got retiree A, right hand column, you got retiree B. They both started with $1 million. Okay, they both started with $1 million. They're both withdrawing $50,000 out a year. Okay, one retired at a different time than the others. Hence, you have the different negatives here and different returns in the different years. So this guy in year one had a negative 17 and a half. This guy had a positive 9.9. So this guy started off on the retiree A with 3 years of negatives. This guy had 3 years of 4 years of positives or five. But they both had really good. He had really good years. He had down years all throughout. Okay. Here's the kicker: they both of these retirees averaged average rate of return of 6.3%. An average rate of return is 6.3%. But you probably see something pretty glaring on the screen here. In year uh, 16, this guy ran out of money. He had started with a million, only drawing 50,000 a year. He ran out of money in year 16. Okay. Well, this other guy, not only did he have money to solve the longevity problem, he ended up with $2 million. So not only did he not lose money, he had enough money, he actually grew his money. Yes, the sequence of how those returns come in matter. Okay. Next thing you're going to say is, well, I can't control the market. Well, certainly you cannot control the market. I wish you could. I wish I could. We wouldn't be sitting here talking if we could. That would be fantastic. However, there are ways and investments to get into to protect your money from this happening, right? Remember, you were drawing money at the same time. You don't, and so when that market goes back up, you're still taking money out. You're not gaining as fast as people that are just putting money in, right? You don't have that dollar cost averaging. You have to account for this risk. And the cool thing is, remember me telling you that the two biggest risks in retirement is longevity risk, which is running out of money, and sequence of returns risk, right? The sequence of returns risk is the order in which these returns come in. Okay. So you get to actually tackle two different things at one time, two different things at one time by doing the same thing. Now, this is not, you don't put all your money in the investment vehicles that protect against this, right? This is just for the needs category to give you some guaranteed income to protect your needs. That's the happy factor, cover your needs. The needs layer at the bottom is your base living expenses, rent and mortgage if you have that, utilities, food, healthcare, all those things that you have on a monthly basis. That once those are covered, that's your happy factor. You can sleep a little bit better at night. Then you move on to the wants and wishes. So investments that you put that you use to protect yourself against these downturns, but it's still making money, but you're protected against the downturns, right? So when the market goes down, you lose nothing. When it goes up, you still get some upside. Okay. There's ways to protect yourself, and again, you don't put all your money into that kind of vehicle. To get to the wants and the wishes, you're still going to invest in equities and those kind of things to fight inflation. You got to have a full-fledged plan that's phased, that is funded in different vehicles across the different phases, and have a drawdown strategy with it. Okay, so you know we got to be good stewards of what uh, money we've been provisioned with, right? So sequence of returns talks exactly to that. Are we being good stewards? You're not being a good steward of your money if you're letting that happen to you. Um, there's ways to protect against it, right? Be a good steward of your money. Be a good steward to your family, what God's provided to us, and make that money last. And hey, you're not going to run out of money. Enjoy your retirement. That guy had enough to even leave a legacy at the end, right? So there's ways to do it. We teach people this all the time. We put plans together all the time so people can have that happy retirement. That retire happy factor is going to count for this. It's huge, folks. It's huge. So let me lead into this as well. So you might have seen the announcements posted out there. We've launched a Retire Happy Academy. It's an online course about retirement planning. Okay. The beauty about this is it's an 8-week course, although you can take it at your own pace. You can do it as long as you need to. You have lifetime access. But in there, you're getting an education on all the key facets of a retirement plan and what you need to account for. One in each Now each retirement plan is personalized. I've always said that it's personal. It's not a one size fits all, but there's foundations that are the same for everybody, and then you tweak it for your situation. So here's the beauty of it: is not only are you going to get an education by going through the 8-week course or however long it takes you, you also get 5 sessions of one-on-one coaching with myself to make sure you're going along properly and a chance for you to ask questions. And then the extra beauty about this is at the end, you end up with a full retirement plan that you've helped build that now you understand that is vetted by me, reviewed and vetted with my recommendations on top of what you've done. You walk away with a full plan, not only that is with my recommendations and the review and analysis and vet of it, but you've helped build it and now you understand it and you've had the education along with it. And you get full-time lifetime access. So as we add to it or make changes along the way, you can continue on and make adjustments. So we got this launch going on between now and Monday morning. Between now and Monday morning, we're offering 50% off of the Academy to the first 10 people that apply. Okay. So hit me up in the comments, put the word Academy if you wanted me to contact you and you're interested in the Academy to get that 50% off. First 10 people that reach out to us by Monday. We'll cut it off at 10 people at the 50% off. After that, it goes back to full price. That's a huge, you can't even get a retirement plan for what it's going to cost to get this whole course for. Okay. You can hit a DM, put a DM Academy. You can DM me, put Academy in the comments. You can DM me directly or shoot me an email at Sean Maloney at retirewisepro.com. If you want a copy of a document I put together about this sequence of returns, down in the comments, put the word yield and I'll get in contact you with that as well. There's a whole document that shows you those two graphs as well as some other write-ups and explanations. Or if you simply have a question, just reach out to me, let me know. Happy to help. Again, put Academy in the comments if you want to reach out about the Academy to take advantage of the 50% off. You won't be disappointed. Put yield down in the comments if you want a copy of the document around sequence of returns risk, or you can direct message me as well. So guys, sorry about the audio issues earlier. I'm super excited about this Academy. We've taken things that we've taught over the years, put it together in Academy. We've taught it in seminars and in classes and of course, one-on-ones with people and put it all together in this Academy for you. It's an easily digestible way to go about it at your own pace with no pressure. So guys, I'm super excited about it. I hope to see you in the Academy and talk to you about it. And you'll have a great rest of the week and weekend. Until next week, God bless.